How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have crypto falling a lot here today. We had Bitcoin at 63,000 just yesterday, and Bitcoin is now under 59,000. Ethereum's by 4,000. We have Solana on 190. So I want to explain what's happening and what we do from here. I know it comes as a surprise for some people that we're at this number because we were looking really bullish, but even though we're getting a lot of good news, there's one obvious thing that I talked about in the video yesterday, which is what's causing the market to fall so quickly. Now, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button and the subscribe button, I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. Also, if you want an interest rate on your crypto, there's a link underneath the video to BlockFi. So definitely check that out. So before we get further into the content, I do want to say, recently Palantir did buy gold as a hedge against some kind of black swan event. They bought a significant amount, which is where today's show sponsor comes in, vaulted.com. Now, I've had some people ask me where to buy gold before, and Vaulted is a really easy to use platform. So it's a mobile platform and app that allows investors to purchase physical gold. Now, you can store it yourself, or you can have them store it at the Royal Canadian Mint. So you can have it delivered to your home, but for a 0.4% maintenance fee, you can have them actually store it. You might be asking, why would I want them to store it as opposed to myself? It's gold, I want to hold on to it myself. But the fact is, then you have to buy a safe, you have the risk at your own house instead of the risk being on the Royal Canadian Mint. So it does make sense in some circumstances to not want to hold it yourself. Now, it takes less than 1 minute to set up the account, and it offers some of the lowest transaction fees and features the best cost basis in the whole industry, really. There's even an automatic savings program that allows you to dollar cost average every single month. Now, there's no minimum, so you can buy and sell it as easy as buying and selling a fractional stock. So if you guys are interested in that, there is a link underneath the video. So why is the market falling? Well, I actually called this in a video yesterday. I knew that this was going to happen, or at least I figured it would happen. We fell down to about 58,000. And I said that we were going to fall right in this range from 55,000 to about 58,000. And even though we're seeing a lot of good news, right? Like the US bank regulators exploring how banks could hold Bitcoin, and a handful of other news too, like Tesla may be going to accept Bitcoin again, the leverage is just too much. So I'll explain what we can do here in a second and what I did to get ready for this. But the leverage was an all-year high. We haven't seen leverage this high since last November. So I said this in yesterday's video that this could dump the market because whales like to play these games. They can see how much leverage we have in the market, and when they see this, they want to sell their coins, so that way people get liquidated. The price falls, people get liquidated because they're on leverage, and then they can pick up their coins for even cheaper than they sold them. So it's obvious that this is going to happen in my mind. And that's exactly what happened, right? We saw a good amount of liquidations, even though it's looking really bullish. Like there's less and less Bitcoin on the exchanges. They still had a lot of liquidations. So how many did we actually have? Well, we had over 500 million liquidated in 1 hour. So I mean, look at that liquidation. Just a huge amount, right? And it dropped the price of Bitcoin pretty drastically. So what do we do from here? Well, I'm still really bullish on Bitcoin. I'm still really bullish on crypto. We have a lot of big news, like MasterCard set to announce all merchants to accept Bitcoin. We have these SEC registered investment advisors being able to invest through interactive brokers. We have Walmart putting Bitcoin machines in their Walmarts. And then I actually think this is a good thing for crypto, and I'll explain that here in a second. But I put limit orders in last night, and I told this to my Patreon community. So if you guys want, there is a link down to the Patreon. I put these limit orders in. I put them staggered, so I missed maybe a little bit, but I put it in just under 60,000, just under 59,000, and then just at 57.5 in case we got down to that next support. So I got 2 of these filled. I also got some of these filled too for Ethereum, and then also for Solana, because I had one in for Solana. We're already above where I bought Solana at, which is nice. But a lot of the time these are quick and then they come back. I would not be surprised if we looked really bullish towards the end of the week again, because like I said, there's a lot of good news. Now, when is Bitcoin going to hit all-time highs again? Well, usually when we hit an all-time high, like back here, we usually stay in that price discovery mode for a couple months. So you can see that we hit red, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. That's what this red means, is that we're at all-time highs, essentially. And sure, we went a little green, a little yellow, but then we went back to all-time high. Same thing here, red, orange, red, 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 orange, red, 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 red. And then we went red, 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 red last year, green a little bit, but then we hit red again. So kind of this double peak. So it might take several months, but we should see red again for several months, all-time highs most likely if we just look at the past. But we have to remember too, the RSI is calming down a little bit. So just this is from TechDev, not even today, but yesterday, saying, hey, we're reset to a lower RSI because of this weakness in the market. We haven't seen this RSI since we were around 48,000. So whenever we see times that we consolidate or even fall a little bit, it just resets the RSI. And at 48, we have to go up to about 93 to see a peak. That's usually where we see a peak in the market, and we're not even close to that now. I mean, we were around 70 when we pumped up to 66 from 41 in a month, in a couple weeks. So it's looking really bullish for the rest of the year. Plan B is still expecting 63K by the end of October, definitely doable. I mean, that could happen in a day. And then 98 for November, 135 for December. Now, one other crypto that I am buying, like I said, Ethereum, because after they switch over to 2.0, first of all, they have an upgrade today. I made a video on that last night. I'll put that in the end screen so you can check it out. But they are set to upgrade to ETH 2.0 next year, and that will actually make it deflationary by 2%. Huge, huge. And I talked about more things that I'm bullish on for Ethereum in that video yesterday. But I'm extremely bullish on Ethereum. I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. I like Solana a lot. Now, with that being said, some people are just looking at Shiba only because it's right behind Dogecoin right now. It's pumping up while the rest of the market is falling down. I made two Shiba videos yesterday because I needed to explain my thoughts on a couple things. I got a little bit of flack for my last Shiba video. And since then, even since last night, it pushed another 10%. So I think a lot of retail traders that are, I'd say, bigger risk takers, like the Dogecoin type investors and Shiba Inu type investors, are buying Shiba right now. They're not looking at Bitcoin on this dip. They're buying Shiba and just continuously buying Shiba. Now, I still think it could probably go further because it's still only about 2/3 the size of Dogecoin. I think it probably will pass it, but who knows? I'm still extremely bullish on Polkadot too because they do have their pair chain auctions. That's actually pretty good buy. If that falls under 40, I might be picking some of that up. Cardano falling down to $2. We've seen a lot of support at $2. Binance around 455. I just feel like there's some good deals in the market. Now, like I said, if you guys want to see exactly what I'm buying and selling, I told people last night, in addition to the video I made on what could crash Bitcoin, I did make a video for them and talk to them about this happening. So if you guys want to check that out underneath the video, you can. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again to the sponsor today, Vaulted, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.